and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and get started with our council presentation ceremony. It's approximately 10 minutes, 11 minutes after 5. Some of the council members are running late, but we've got a fairly healthy presentation ceremony. So we're going to start with item A, which is Officer of the Month Award. The Police Department, come forward, please.
Better? Hello, everyone. My name is Captain Marie Kent with Homestead Police Department, and we're here this afternoon, for the Officer of the Month Award. I'm going to read quickly. The nomination this month is for Officer Mario Arzuaga. On behalf of the Day Shift Supervisors, I am honored to nominate Officer Mario Arzuaga for Officer of the Month for the month of April 2014. Officer Arzuaga began his career with the City of Homestead Police Department as a code compliance officer in February of 2007. Officer Arzuaga attended the police academy a few years later and volunteered his time as a reserve police officer for 2 years before being hired as a full-time police officer on March 5, 2012. Officer Arzuaga is currently assigned to uniform patrol working the day shift. In April 2014, Officer Arzuaga made 18 arrests, 8 felonies, and 10 misdemeanors. In addition, he issued 12 traffic citations and made 12 citizen contacts with other potential subjects throughout the city during his shift. Further, Officer Arzuaga was the primary unit dispatched to calls for service and self-initiated extra security watches in neighborhoods and businesses, totaling 165 primary calls for service and 116 calls for backup. On April 5, 2014, while on patrol, Officer Arzuaga stopped a vehicle that resembled a vehicle that was used in a bolo issued, a red, small, 4-door vehicle that had been used in several strong-arm robberies. Although the vehicle was not the vehicle used in the robberies, the driver of the vehicle he'd stopped was arrested for 80 grams of marijuana. Officer Arzuaga is well-liked and respected by his peers. He begins each tour of duty assignment with a resolve to seek out crime and maintain the safety of the community. Officer Arzuaga backs up his colleagues and assists as needed unselfishly. Officer Arzuaga's investigative skills and intuition of criminal behavior has served the City of Homestead well. He exemplifies the qualities of a well-rounded police officer. I would also like to mention that Officer Arzuaga's sister, Floor, works with our SOS. Stand up, Floor. She was awarded the Sandra Merritt Award for Outstanding Volunteer by We Care this year. Floor does outreach programs with our SOS for victims of domestic violence, human trafficking. She does the child safety seat installation and volunteers for that. So we have a good crew from one family that stays within our family. It's very nice. On behalf of the chief and the entire command staff of the police department and the members, I would like to congratulate Officer Arzuaga for Officer of the Month.
Good afternoon, Officer Mario. Let me tell you a quick story about this guy. Here's another Homestead guy, born and raised here. Came to the police department looking for a job. We gave him a job as a code enforcement officer. I thought I was the only one that got a job and didn't ask for it, but this guy got a job as a police officer and never came to me one day and asked me to give him a job. So again, you got to commend this guy for being the wizard that he is, because how do you get a job when you don't ask for one? But anyway, just to say that, you know, he became a police officer, fine young man, does a good job, doesn't complain, doesn't ask for anything, because he remembered where he came from. He knew that to get anywhere in life, you had to struggle and work hard. That's all he did in this community and for the PD. But like I always tell the guys, you know, nothing is given to you easy. You have to work for it. Mario worked for it, fine police officer, and I'm glad that he got the Officer of the Month for the month of April. So with that being said, Officer Mario, thank you so much, and congratulations, Officer of the Month.
Thank you, Chief. On behalf of the City Council, this is a certificate of recognition presented to Officer Mario Azagar, Homestead Police Department. With gratitude, we thank you for your distinguished service above and beyond the call of duty. City of Homestead salutes you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you all so much.
Go to the national parks. Vice Mayor Shelley is going to do a presentation to Everglades and Biscayne National Parks.
Thank you, Mayor. I'd like to invite up here to the podium Deputy Superintendent Justin Unger from Everglades National Park and Superintendent Brian Carlston from Biscayne National Park. They're actually here to do a presentation to the City of Homestead related to our most recent launch of the National Parks Trolley. So with that, I'll turn it over to them.
Thank you, Vice Mayor Shelley. Before all the police officers leave, I'd like to give a quick acknowledgement for their assistance in a recent armed robbery apprehension of the suspect in cooperation with the National Park Service. Thanks so much, guys.
On behalf of the National Park Service, Biscayne and Everglades, we would like to thank our gateway community of Homestead as well as the National Park Conservation Association for a couple of things. As many of you guys may know, we've had a very successful trolley running back and forth between the community as well as our parks, which has really been able to bring public transportation and a steady stream of first-time visitors to the park, as well as the very impressive marketing campaign that has been able to really help promote the two parks. Linking our parks with our gateway communities, which is a front and center portion of the National Park Service Director John Jarvis's mission and our call to action, especially as we prepare for our centennial in 2016.
And the trolley has been a great success. It's really been a win-win for the parks, both the county park and the state and the national parks. And we've had contacts on a number of trips, over 4,000 of them, with people that have never had a chance to get to the parks with free transportation before. Huge service to the community that we've experienced a great deal of success in the first year it's been going. We hope to expand on that. And we want to just extend a little bit of recognition to those that made this possible. Because without it, we wouldn't have been making the connections to the people in the community so they could get out and experience their parks by getting to come out and do wildlife walks, do a paddle trip in the park, go out to the 2 different visitor centers, get a chance to go out to Homestead Bayfront Park. All those different experiences were made possible for people in the community that might never had that chance before because of those trolleys. So it's our honor to present plaques to commemorate the success with the City of Homestead and the National Parks and Conservation Association for what the trolleys mean to the parks, and hope to build on this as a successful partnership. And to start with the recognition. We've got multiple plaques that look very similar. Bear with us for a second. Vice Mayor Shelley, we want to recognize you for all the work you did and realizing this vision and seeing it through. You came up with the idea that this built from, and that's establishing Homestead as a gateway city to 2 national parks, Biscayne and Everglades. You served on the FMPA board. You helped to share ideas in solving public transportation that led to solving that problem of the disconnect from the community, which led to the Parks Trolley idea. And thanks for providing the vision and leadership to make all of that possible. We look forward to working with you in the future. Thanks so much.
In addition to our local elected officials, we would also really like to thank the community and the city of Homestead itself. You know, many ideas, including good ones, remain as nothing but ideas or become well-intentioned attempts. From the first planning meeting through the marketing, the launch, and the troubleshooting for the trolley, I personally have been amazed at the effectiveness, the know-how and talent, vision, high standards, professionalism that all of you guys have brought. I am so impressed and appreciative of everyone that has helped us, and I really believe that this is a win-win for the entire city. So, on behalf of all of us, this is our plaque for the city of Homestead itself.
And all the city employees that helped work on this National Parks Trolley, if you'd come up for this picture to receive this plaque, you have Begonia, you have David, you have Rick, you have Pedro, Dennis isn't here, Julio, everybody that was here that helped from the city of Homestead. This is an appreciation of you and for all that you've done and worked above and beyond the efforts to make this happen. So please come up and receive this plaque.
And last plaque to be presented, but hardly the last piece in this puzzle, Denise Radizak really stepped up to the plate when we were struggling to fill with our guide services, of our ranger on the trolley, and she volunteered and stepped up and really helped out make many of those 4,558 narrated trips possible. Denise, come on up. And she also... There's also a podcast out there, and you might recognize her in that. Big part of it. Thanks so much.
Also, I'd like to invite my colleagues down for this picture, because without your support of this project, it never would have taken place. So please come down and be part of this. I now have the pleasure of also thanking the committee that helped put together the most recent Military Appreciation Day we had on May 17th. It was our 3rd annual Military Appreciation Day, and it took quite a number of committee members and community organizations to come together and to work very hard on trying to make sure that the military
the local military community felt welcome and to put on a day just for them, to thank them for all that they do and all that they continue to do. And so for now, I'd like to present certificate of appreciations for that committee for their work and their dedication and volunteerism to make this happen. And I'll quickly read the first certificate, and it says, awarded to Mr. Rick Amarato, Military Appreciation Day Committee, for your unwavering devotion and unparalleled vision in shaping a third annual Military Appreciation Day in Homestead on May 17, 2014, for the purpose of honoring our armed forces and their families. The collaboration of this team continues to impress and produce new ideas year after year. And then there's a quote that says, there are no secrets to success. It is a result of preparation, hard work, learning from failure, Colin Powell. And so this is a certificate of appreciation presented on behalf of the City of Homestead to our employees and the committee for helping. So with that, Mr. Amarato, please come up. And now I'll just read your names. You'll come up and I'll give you a certificate. Carlos Batista. Jennifer Bravo. Rosa Brito. Begonia Gonzalez, our PIO. Eric Fabergé. Anthony Gorman. David Hebert. Christopher Huss. Major Scott Kennedy. Yvonne Knowles. Dennis Maytan. Ron Mongol. Timothy Norton. Heather Palmatier. Pedro Ronaldos. Joshua Rhodes. And then Kerwin Elwin Brzezinski Jr. So this is your committee. This is the group of people that met week in and week out to put together all the fine details to make sure that the military displays showed up, to make sure that it was marketed correct, to make sure that we did everything we could to include the entire organization to honor our military. So please give them a round of applause. There were also some sponsors. I want to recognize the sponsors who also helped sponsor it either through monetary donations or other efforts. And so I also have a plaque for them. And it says, for your generous contribution and support to the third annual Military Appreciation Day in Homestead, to ensure our military men and women experience how much we appreciate them, their sacrifice, and their families. There's another quote on this one that says, as we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not utter words, but to live by them. And so the first certificate of appreciation for our first sponsor is the Rotary Club of Homestead. They'd come up. The South Day News Leader. The Sports Authority. And also we have Value Place. And then we have a couple sponsors that went over to make it, the Miami Herald and Dougie Hitchcock. We'll go ahead and get a quick picture, and then before they sit down, I have one more set of awards on behalf of the Military Appreciation or Military Affairs Committee. So I'll change that. There's one other side bit of appreciation here, and that is I'm going to take off my Vice Mayor hat and I'll put on my Military Affairs Committee member hat. The Military Affairs Committee represents the Air Force Base, and so they're the ones that kind of are the advocate. They're the voice for the military, and they also wanted to give some awards to our city employees specifically. So what they have here is a letter of appreciation signed by the chairman and the vice chairman of the Military Affairs Committee, and they're going to give that to each one of the members, as well as this neat coin, which is to honor them. So it says the Military Affairs Committee, and it's got all the branches of the armed services that serve out there at Homestead Air Reserve Base. And so each person, each City of Homestead employee who worked so hard on making this come to life is also going to get one of these. So if you'd come up real quick just to pick them up, and again, it's Mr. Rick Amarato, Jennifer Bravo, Begonia Gonzalez, Eric Fabergé, David Hebert, Dennis Maytan, Heather Palmatier, Pedro Ronaldos, and Joshua Rhodes. Thank you again on behalf of the Military Affairs Committee for working so hard on this project and really making the city shine.
Okay, next would the South Dade baseball team come to the front, please? I should have said state champion baseball team. I'm sorry. With great honor. Oh, they're doing a selfie. You got it? Got it? Okay. It's with great honor that I get to stand up here on behalf of our city council and residents of City of Homestead and recognize South Dade this year, specifically tonight with the baseball team. I made a joke earlier that when we started this process, we thought, well, you know, the football team, state champions, and we thought that would be it. Needless to say, we never expected 3 major sports championships to come to Homestead through the South Dade athletic program. So we're very proud of you guys. And certainly it can't be done without your coaching staff. And Coach, I'd like to give you just a second to say a few things if you'd like to.
Well, they're a living example that a team can live its dream. Obviously, I'm real proud of them. I've said many times that success starts at the very top, and at South Dade, we're blessed with a supportive administration, caring faculty, and an involved community. What happens in the community, the enthusiasm, the energy transfers to the field. And I said to them before we got off the bus to play the championship game, I told them, I said, you deserve this, our school deserves this, and this community deserves this. And they went out and did it.
So guys, tonight on behalf of the City Council, I'd like to present this proclamation to you. It reads, whereas South Dade Senior High School baseball team defeated Valrico Bloomingdale High School with a score of 3-1 to capture their first state 8A state baseball championship. And whereas on Saturday, May 17, 2014, South Dade Senior High School baseball team became the first Miami-Dade public school team to win a state baseball title since 2002, and the first Miami-Dade team to win a state championship in the largest classification since 2003. And whereas South Dade Senior High School baseball team triumphed this season with an outstanding record of 21-7, and whereas the City of Homestead is extremely proud of the South Dade Senior High School baseball team for their hard work, dedication, and commitment each of the players presented throughout the season, and for their excellent coaching staff that provided them the leadership to earn their first Class 8A state baseball championship title. Now, therefore, I, Jeff Porter, the Mayor of the City of Homestead, do hereby proclaim the 17th day of May, 2014 as South Dade Senior High School Baseball Team Day in Homestead. I'm going to get the council members. Is John, there you go. John, can you come up? Next, we have Councilman Maldonado. He's going to do a recognition for the committee members of the Relay for Life. Councilman?
Congratulations to the South Day baseball team. Incredible year. Good evening. The 2014 Relay for Life Homestead presentation. As honorary chair of the 2014 Relay for Life Homestead, it gives me great pleasure to recognize the 2014 Relay of Life Homestead Committee. Every year is a special year for the Relay, and this year's committee did an amazing job. They rose over $56,000. They brought the city and the community together, giving their time, energy, and put together a well-attended event, and an amazing event. So therefore tonight, I would love to present the event chair, Terry Weinstein, and the rest of the 2014 Relay of Life Homestead Committee, Desiree Chase, Michael Hitt, Nancy Bork, Jennifer Laura, Bonnie King Moran, Ken Bork, and Sherry Lambert, certificates of appreciation. So I ask that you would all join me up here today. And I got to tell you that in all the history of Relays for Life, I think this is the most that we've ever raised. And without the help, no, we got some big numbers. Good. Well, anyways, I need to mention. Oh wait. Well, give us a number, so we'll go for it.
I believe I don't know. I don't have any records here, but it was 80 to 100,000.
Excellent.
But we had double and triple teams, and that's what the community needs to get behind these folks and get your teams in there, because it's all about the teams.
And
you got me. I'm there for you.
And without, and as well, Councilwoman Judy Wallman helped with that effort and raised $15,000 with just her team. So we thank you for that. And so please join me up here, team. And the certificate reads, in grateful recognition of your leadership and significant contribution to the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead and your tireless commitment to finish the fight. Sorry. Excellent. And again, this team worked extremely hard, and again, we had a really great event. And you know, we started this last year, and we want to make sure that this was going to continue to grow, and we're going to continue to raise a lot of money. So again, thanks for this team that's here with us today. We'll go up there and take a picture now. Not all the committee members are here, so we'll present the rewards when we see them. So we're going to take a quick picture, but then I have some other recognition, so please hold. So Terry is going to share a little bit of information as well. So I know we're not finished with the Relay for Life, but we would also like to call up 3 very special individuals who could also contribute their time and energy to make this making sure this year's Relay for Life was a success. We have Stephen DeGrave, owner of Flagler's Miami Martini Bar, where the Relay for Life Homestead Raffle Party was hosted. Stephen himself provided all guests with complimentary food, and matter of fact, he actually cooked for everyone, so we want to thank you. And there were several weeks that we were at this beautiful venue hosting some talk shows. Doug Hitchcock, radio personality from Thunder Country 100.3, who allowed event chair Terry Weinstein to have some free airtime each and every Friday over the course of several weeks to promote the relay. Doug started a radio show called the Homestead Hotspot, which is broadcast live every Friday from Stephen DeGrave's bar, Dade County Jail Bar, where he allowed not only the Relay for Life of Homestead to get the word out, but other non-for-profits within the city of Homestead and Florida City. And last but not least, Heather, our Heather. Where's she at? Palmer. There she is. Come on over here. She's the assistant to the mayor and council, who also put in a lot of hard work to make this year's Relay for Life a success. Their certificates read, "In grateful recognition of your significant contributions to the 2014 Relay for Life of Homestead, your tireless commitment to finish the fight presented this day, the 21st of May 2014, by me, Councilman Maldonado, an honorary chair of the 2014 Relay for Life. Thank you for your help in this community." Thank you. And Terry's going to say a few words. Okay, and not the main person, well, not the main person, but without his help, we could not make this possible. Also my assistant, Eddie. He didn't know he had one. It's also a significant certificate of appreciation. Again, thank you for everything that you did. Not going to get too many of those anyways, so thank you for all.
Okay. Well, thank you to Councilman Maldonado, to the mayor and council. And just to give you a quick update, we are at almost $58,000 with our fundraising. The money just keeps coming in, and we're very thankful. And it's possible that we will reach $60,000. I have a meeting with Walgreens in about 2 weeks to pick up some of the fundraising money that they have been collecting. So it's possible that we will surpass that, and that will be $10,000 over our goal. So again, thank you to City of Homestead, City of Florida City, to everyone who helped make this event successful. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our special presentation ceremony. So we'll take a break and start our council meeting at 6 o'clock on the dot. Thank you, everyone.